everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of our gaming news podcast, the Packcast. Our hosts today, as always, are Cool Trainer Camilo, the Genebo, Dan from the Tea Lounge, and myself, Phil Fantastic. And together, we are the Game Pack. Today's podcast is all about E3 and the upcoming game announcements that are coming over the next couple weeks. The announcements begin June 9th and go through the 13th. Now, Sony has not announced any conference or state of play for this time period, but we'll take some time at the end to talk about what announcements we think that they're going to have over the next coming days, weeks, and months ahead. All right, let's get into it. We're going to go in chronological order, and the first conference is on Sunday, June 9th, and that's the Xbox conference. Now, a guaranteed Microsoft Xbox announcement is going to be Halo 6. We saw it last year, I think. Was that right, guys?
Yeah, it was a teaser.
It was a little bit of a teaser, so are we going to get more of a story reveal, more news, some more footage? It's been announced, so can we see more of it? Are you excited about Halo 6? Do you think we'll see it?
I think it's possible. I've never played Halo, so I'm not excited really, but okay. That'll be cool for some people.
Mm-hmm. I've always loved the co-op aspect of Halo. That's definitely the coolest. It's like the drop in, drop out kind of co-op. I actually have beaten Halo 5 with my dad. That's
cool.
That's pretty rad. So we've been waiting for Halo 6. So as soon as Halo 6 drops, I'm excited to play it. And I'm assuming it's going to be on Xbox One because the Xbox 2 or whatever is probably too far out.
That is going to be such a confusing name. Oh my gosh.
The Xbox 4. No.
Actually call it.
No.
They can't call it the 2.
No.
But I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah,
but the 1 didn't stand for the first Xbox. It stood for something else.
It's like all in one.
All in one.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they don't do that again. But it's not Halo 6. It's called Halo Infinite.
But it is Halo 6.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Do you think they're
I don't know if it's.
Do you think they're just done numbering them, like God of War stopped numbering them?
Yeah, because I think when they announced this new trilogy with 343, it was only supposed to be a trilogy, and I think now they have more planned.
I see.
Halo 5 was bad. I think the story was really bad.
It was weird. It's definitely weird. There was just a giant robot god.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the story of Mass Effect, wasn't it? Like he wanted to kill all life.
Well, I think you're thinking of Halo 4.
Oh, am I?
Halo 5 is with the guy that plays Luke Cage on Netflix.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion's in it too, right?
Yeah. Or he's in might be fifth one. I don't know. But that story is weird. It's just like Master Chief is a fugitive, and this Luke Cage guy is trying to find him.
Yeah, I remember that. And you go back and forth between the squads, right?
Yeah.
And that tells the story? I swear, but who's the baddie? Isn't there like an overarching baddie?
I think in 4, there's definitely that big robot dude.
Oh.
But I don't know. I didn't finish 5 because I didn't think the story was compelling enough.
Cool. Well, hopefully, Halo Infinite?
Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite will be more engaging to you.
Multiplayer Halo is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great. In all regards, in the co-op, in the team deathmatch. Ooh, here's a question that just popped into my tiny little brain. Battle Royale.
Halo Battle Royale?
Huh? It's all the rage. Call of Duty got it. Do you think it'll go into Halo? The game that started basically the multiplayer craze? Actually, it was technically GoldenEye, but let's be real. Halo brought it to the next level.
Halo, they were the ones that started the party system.
Yeah.
And all the lobbies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
First-person shooters or online shooters would not be the same without Halo.
Absolutely. So do you think that they're going to follow suit?
I don't know. I think Battle Royale is kind of trickling out.
You think so?
Really?
I
I don't think so.
I don't think so at all.
Yeah. I feel like it's like
If
we're gonna see it
Tetris
everywhere.
has its own battle royale, then anything can.
I don't know. Maybe that's a sign of the end times, though. They're like,
the
oh, well,
the
now
Battlefield-
Tetris has it.
But people
The
love
Battlefield one
Tetris
came out.
99.
They do.
Mm,
John doesn't, I guess. So
that's
a lot of
not a
people,
good game.
I
of
don't
people do.
either, but people do.
people do really like it. I
Yeah.
agree with Dan.
But Battlefield just had one, and that nobody's talking about that.
Battlefield did?
Yeah, Battlefield 5.
Oh.
Firestorm.
Oh, yeah.
See, exactly.
Well, I'm not a Battlefield guy.
I mean, that's another big multiplayer shooter that put one in, and then it just died. Apex Legends, like nobody's really talking about that anymore.
No one really plays PUBG, right? Or is that kind of dying?
PUBG, I think, will always have like its own little audience. Fortnite's still the king and will always be the king for however long it lasts.
Because it's free.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll do
So
a free Battle Royale.
I mean, I can see them putting it in there, but this game's probably not coming out for another year or two.
When did
So-
Halo 5 come out?
Whew, like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Not
Two or 3
not
years ago.
recently.
Yeah.
But those games have like big gaps between them, and it's not like they come out every year.
No, yeah, you're right. I mean, they're
There's
only
usually a
on
Halo
5.
property every year, though. But at one point, they were releasing a Halo game every year.
They had like Reach and ODST and Wars, but I don't think it was every year. It was probably close to that.
Yeah.
But Halo's been around for a long time, and I don't think there's like maybe there's like 15 Halo games.
I think people are ready for a different type of shooter.
Yeah.
Like, Halo 5 came out a while ago.
Speaking of different shooters, I'm going to move on because we have so many things to talk about. Gears 5 it stars the female protagonist from Gears 4, and it looks really good. I'm kind of excited for it. I had Gears 4. I didn't finish it. I intend to finish it. I'm like pretty far.
It's a short game. It's
but
like
yeah.
6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, those campaigns are usually pretty short, and that also has the great co-op drop in, drop out that I really, really love. So I'll definitely pick up Gears 5. I'm excited to see more footage, but it looks like crazy good. Looks like it's really using like all of the power of the Xbox One X to deliver a pretty cool shooter experience. You guys into the Gears franchise at all? I feel like it's not super popular.
Nope.
It's not
I've never
on.
played it.
Yeah,
It was pretty big back in 360.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's the reason I bought a
Yeah.
360. I was like,
I remember my brother
"What?"
was really into it,
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's like a showpiece. Like, it's like, this is how good games could look.
yeah, it's kind of like Forza in that way.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm excited. That looks fun.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get it, and then maybe we'll play together, John. We can do a little collab.
Down.
So we another thing that we think we'll see are the partnerships that Microsoft, like Xbox, Microsoft has been teasing with Nintendo and Sony. We're gonna maybe see what these partnerships actually are. Does anybody have like an inkling of what that might be? Like I literally have no idea. Like what could they possibly do?
You mean stuff similar to like what like Nintendo and Xbox have been doing, like with like the crossplay and like sharing like
I guess
achievements
so.
across both?
I think it's gonna have to do with the crossplay. Like, I don't think it's gonna matter what system you get one of these games on. You'll be able to play with your friends no matter what.
Gotcha. Do you think we'll see any Microsoft first-party games on any other consoles? Do you think that is a bit of a partnership?
I think for the Nintendo side, we'll probably see like a rare replay or like Ori and the Blind Forest. We might see that xCloud, like the streaming based thing that they're trying.
Right. Interesting.
I don't know. Xbox is trailing,
Yeah, by a lot.
so
Yeah.
they might just try to put their properties on everything. Maybe they'll be the first of the big three to go third party.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 'cause
pull a Sega.
Mainly the reason I've just never bought an Xbox is the first party games have like never
No,
like enticed me to buy, like there's
they're
no
not
reason
cool.
for me
They're
to
not
have
cool
one.
trainer games for sure. I mean, like Microsoft first party it's like all I ever think of is Forza, Gears, and Halo. And then if someone is like, tell me another one, I have to think really hard. I don't know. I know what they are because
Banjo.
We've written them out in front of us right now, and I can read them. But like,
but Banjo's had like one new game on Xbox,
nuts and bolts. But that was something else.
That was like forever ago.
Let's hop ahead now because let's talk about a couple of things that were on my wish list, which is to see some of those games from the Rare Replay. We'll get Battletoads. That was announced. Did you guys see that?
Oh, was that what that?
Yeah.
They're like remaking it.
I think they're making a new Battletoads for Xbox. So that'll be cool. But on my wish list, and it's on my wish list every year, Banjo 3E.
Would they name it that? Because technically we already had a third one.
Well, I don't think Nuts and Bolts is actually. I think I would consider that a spinoff.
They could do whatever they want.
If they made
Xbox One.
If they made one, yeah, exactly, yeah.
720.
Exactly. Their naming conventions don't make any sense, so. But yeah, maybe they would just.
I think if they announced that and it's like Xbox exclusive, I feel like the internet would just be butthurt.
Yeah.
Because it's like that was a Nintendo franchise, and they
but Nuts and Bolts was too. It doesn't.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same. Like Phil just said, that's not in the same lineage or something.
So.
Consider a spin-off.
It's the same thing with all Bayonetta. Like people are mad that it's only on Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Well then,
I mean, things happen. They bought Rare for that purpose,
allegedly, and then they made that Ghoulies game. That game was trash.
They made Viva Pinata. Bring that back.
Yeah, anything off of the Rare Replay. Conquer. I wrote Conker's Bad Fur Day. The Squeakquel is on my wish list.
That would be fun. Like
that
a
was
4K...
like in development, and then they canceled it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, didn't they have? Oh god, what was it called? It was like Dreams, where you can make your own.
I forget what that's called. You're 100% right. Yeah.
And they advertised Conquer with it.
What was that called? I think it was called
Project.
It died I think it was called Project something.
Yeah, it died really fast.
Yeah. I don't think it was a very good game creation engine. Okay, so another thing we wanted to touch on was the From Software George R.R. Martin game that was rumored. Now, is this an Xbox exclusive? Is that why you put that in here, or did you?
I put it in there because last E3 they were the ones that revealed Sekiro, I think.
Ah, okay.
Or they had like a trailer of Sekiro. So I'm assuming since Sony's not going to be there, that they would show
use
whatever
this platform for that.
Yeah,
gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be though. Like it's just.
I don't know. Maybe just
like a Game of Thrones game,
potentially. Or maybe in the, you know how they make the Shadow of War games? It's like it's not really like the Lord of the Rings story anymore, but it's set in the Lord of the Rings universe. Maybe we'll get something like that, but from a From Software point of view.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that the Game of Thrones universe is like as interesting as the Lord of the Rings universe.
There's dragons.
I agree.
Full
Lord
stop.
of the Rings is
There's
much
dragons.
more.
Full stop.
There's White Walkers.
There's White Walkers. There's like I don't know, werewolves. I think maybe a little boy who rides a giant man. That's like not that interesting to me. That's why
I don't even know what you're talking about on that one, but
the little boy.
Hodor.
Oh. So we'll see. I guess that would be my guess. Is they do something in the vein of Shadow of War, but like in the what is that land called?
Westeros.
A Westeros game. Speaking of dragons, please give me Scalebound. I know it's canceled and it's never coming back, but I'd like
better off wishing it for the Switch because that was a rumor.
That was a rumor. All right, maybe on the Switch. Another wishlist game would be Fable 4 or Fable Rebooted something. Those games were fun. They were kind of broken and weird, but they were silly.
They were weird.
They were silly and they were fun, and I liked them. I played Fable 2 so much.
Oh, they had a dog? You had a dog companion. Like, it was so cool.
Just imagine. You get it.
I liked in that game where like you could actually see yourself going really evil.
or really good. That was a cool aspect to it.
Yeah.
What about like a remaster of Fable series?
I would like to see all three on like one collection for Switch.
For Switch, I would be down if whatever they put on Switch from Xbox. I'd buy it.
That'd be cool. And then the last thing I think we wanted to just touch on was just some predictions for the next console generation. We're just gonna keep calling it Xbox 2 because why not? Could the Xbox 2 be digital only or offer a digital only option? Just kind of like the new Xbox One all digital, the Xbox One S all digital, Xbox One sad, Xbone sad. A lot of different names for that one. What do you guys think? Is digital's the future? Are discs dead? Is GameStop going out of business?
Yep.
Are we gonna have
I can see this happening like as an
Same
option. I don't
conversation.
think this will be the only option. I don't think they're killing off discs this soon. But yeah, I could see it being like
It's gonna happen.
Enough people still
Coming.
like physical media, but that doesn't mean GameStop isn't dying.
That's true. But do you think like they'll offer, because it makes sense to make a cheaper version because it's cheaper to sell it without a disk drive. You know what I mean? Because you have to install the games anyways, right?
The all digital edition is more expensive than the regular Xbox One S.
Well, does it have a larger hard drive?
I don't know.
it must have like because
right?
They're expecting you to download games.
So it
If
must have a
companies-
larger hard drive.
If companies really want to push the digital purchasing over physical, they need to start making the digital versions cheaper than the physical versions.
Right.
They have a lot of sales like all the time on the Xbox store, on the PlayStation store. Like you could get like all the BioShock games for like $10.
Yeah, but it's the BioShock games. Those are so old.
I'm just saying they have sales all the time.
But I will say, browsing an eShop is not as fun as like browsing like a used game bin at like a store. Like you're just like looking for like games to play.
It's not as fun, but it's more fun.
Yeah, just for archival purposes, I don't want to see physical ever die.
Yeah. I mean, we still have vinyl. I think.
Yeah,
It's
but that
true.
came back. That came back though. Like it was gone for a while.
Yeah.
There would be like a
Now
resurgence
now
of physical
hipsters
games.
are getting it again.
Yeah.
So like 10 years down the line, once all physical games are gone, there's gonna be one company that's like, "Oh, I'm gonna release this video game console."
We have those companies. Or no, not
I just-
console, but
like,
like
it's
limited
the
run
reason-
games.
Also, a reason I don't like digital games, it's like subconsciously, I feel like the publisher or the developer like has control over my product, and I don't actually own it.
Absolutely.
Like all those times I buy games at like midnight digitally, and like I can't get in. It's like a license that won't open. Like
Yeah.
I own it, but I can't play it. Versus like if I went to the store and bought it from the store, I have it right now.
Yeah, and also there are games that like go away and are no longer sold, like on the Nintendo Switch. And I think I remember seeing something in the terms and conditions saying that if a game is no longer sold and you delete your version of the game that you've purchased,
It's gone.
you won't be able to download it again.
That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
sometimes because they just closed like the Wii shop, and like you can't buy anything in there, but I can still go in there and like re-download my stuff if I already bought it. So I guess it just depends
Right.
on the store.
Cool. Well, let's swing back. Do we have any final
Yeah, we're not
thoughts?
talking about
on-
E3 anymore.
Yeah, or do you have any final thoughts on Xbox or Microsoft or what we think we might see or what we want to see? Do you guys have any final thoughts on that?
I want to see them get out of the console market.
Wow. I mean, Japan might push them out. Like they're not selling over there. All right.
Yeah.
2 hours is way too long for a conference.
Well,
There are
I
too
get-
many consoles to buy.
true.
I just let's consolidate.
All right, moving on. Also on Sunday, June 9th, we have the Bethesda conference. And either last year or the year before, they did this cool little Fallout animation thing. So I always like their conferences. They do something a little bit fun. They'll play like a little movie for us. They have really big games this year. They have Elder Scrolls 6 and they have Doom Eternal. I'm very excited for Doom Eternal. Doom 2016 is like one of my favorite shooters of all time. That game is sick. And I'm pretty sure they'll have playable demos of that on the show floor. And then we had one wish list item, and that was that they would fix Fallout 76, some type of relaunch, kind of like how they did with the relaunch of Elder Scrolls Online with Tamriel Unlimited. So those are the three major things that we thought would be announced at Bethesda. Who is excited for what and why? John, you go first.
Well, I am a big Doom fan, so I can't wait for Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
I own Doom 2016, I think, on 3 different platforms.
Really?
On PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch.
What? Wait. Why on Xbox One and PS4?
Well, I have Game Pass, so I have it through Game Pass.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, the double buy on that doesn't make sense unless you have.
Also, I wanted to see what it looked like in 4K.
Oh, do you just have a regular PS4?
No, I have PS4 Pro, but that's fake 4K.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So
that's true.
It is beautiful in 4K for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna get Doom Eternal twice. I'll probably get it on Xbox One X and Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
But there's also Wolfenstein. There's that new Wolfenstein game too.
Oh, I don't like the Wolfenstein games. I don't like them because they're violent, but it's violence against people, and it's very brutal.
Yeah, but it's Nazis.
I understand that, and I do think that things like Indiana Jones and where they beat up Nazis is fun and cool. But when I'm like playing it out, like watching it, and it's like very, very gory, I don't like it when it's gore against people. When it's gore against like demons or monsters or anything like that, I mean, can very easily like disassociate with that. Like I don't mind ripping the head off of like some weird little like zombie guy, but like when it's like some guy going like lock, that's my German impression.
Jesus.
It's like it's just a little bit too real, and I'm just not into it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's like the only I feel like I don't get grossed out that much by games or violence or gore, but that last Wolfenstein game, I like did not keep it. It gave me the heebie-jeebies. I didn't even. I just got to the first part where you like escape and then you run into like the main villain woman, and I was just like,
oh yeah,
I'm done. Checked out.
Yeah, that part was a little over the top.
Yeah, I checked out on that. So enjoy your Wolfenstein, guys. I won't be playing.
I haven't played Doom or Wolfenstein since like the early 90s.
Since they were those like really cool like faux 3D environment like
Yeah.
You should play Doom 2016. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great game.
And you get it really cheap now.
Yeah, totally. You can get it on go to CD Keys. I think you can probably get it somewhere between $10 and $20 on PC. And if you want to get it on Switch, it's still very expensive because all Switch ports are super expensive.
Yeah, I have it on Switch.
True.
Yeah, I wasn't
I never
impressed with
beat
the
it, though.
Skyrim so on Switch, so I'll probably avoid ports.
Yeah, Doom's not a bad port. I mean,
If I were to buy Doom Eternal, it'd probably be on Switch. I probably wouldn't buy it on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little jank.
It's okay.
It's like 720p. It looks weird.
It's 720p docked?
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
Doom is 1080p, but it's 30.
Oh, then the 30 FPS makes it.
Well, it's when you
painful
go
to
from
look at.
playing like 4K 60 buttery smooth, it's hard to switch go to Switch. Switch to Switch.
I posted about this on Twitter. I said we should have last gen games ported to Switch, not current gen games, because the Switch could actually run last gen games.
Yeah.
You can run current gen games when you
There
down
are,
res them.
I played a few, like, when I was playing South Park on Switch, like, that's not a graphically visual game, but the loading times were, like, insane compared to, like, the PS4 version.
What about Elder Scrolls? Does anybody have any interest in Elder Scrolls? I definitely do, because I loved Oblivion once I learned how to play it. I hated it at first because it was my first Elder Scrolls game. Actually, that's not entirely true. I played Morrowind on my brother's original Xbox and also didn't understand it and had a bad time. And then I played Oblivion and kind of didn't get it. And then once I figured out that you could, like, on whatever difficulty setting I was playing on, I figured out that you could wait. And when you wait, your health regenerated. I was like, oh, okay, I can play now. So I actually ended up getting super far in Oblivion. I never beat it because those games are
They're so long.
They're so long, and they're, like, so ADD inducing that, like, you're like, oh, like, I could do this quest, or I could go do the main quest, or whatever. And I end up just kind of, like, stealing a horse, then, like, trying to run away from my bounty, and then getting lost, and then the horse dies, and I still have a bounty, and then I'm like, what? This is a total loss. And then I just give up. But I think Skyrim was so cool, and, like, a modernized... It still was, like, kind of broken, but, like, they really modernized it, and I beat, actually, Skyrim, and... played through it multiple times. I own it on many systems. I think I have it on 360, PS3 because I got it for like $1, and then I have it on PC, which is really fun. I think I like it on PC the best. And I don't have it on Switch because by the time it came out on Switch, I had already owned it 3 times and beaten it a couple times, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I have Skyrim on Switch.
But I think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to do another step in, like, elevation towards, like, kind of opening it up, making it more user-friendly. And, like, I think a lot of games have been, like, figuring out that, like, being, like, more welcoming. I don't know what the phrase would be. You guys know how
accessibility.
More accessible.
Yeah.
I think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be more accessible. I think the menu systems need to be more streamlined than the previous iterations because those were a little bit
convoluted.
I was actually playing Skyrim today, and it took me so long to, like, bumble through the menus, and I was, like, trying to figure out how to, like, access certain, like, spells and stuff, and I was like, why is this so difficult? Like, I'm pushing, like, all the buttons and nothing's working.
You just gotta go spells, man.
I don't even think that I got to spell creations when I played my playthrough. I got, like, my first shout, and then that was it for me.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely excited to see. I'm buying Doom Eternal day 1 and probably Elder Scrolls 6 day 1. I don't know what platform. Probably.
I feel like
Xbox.
Elder Scrolls 6 we still got. It's not this year.
You don't think so? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, isn't there?
They just said, like, in develop. Like, we saw nothing. It was just like, we're working on it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a rumor that there's another game coming out? It's called, like, Star or something.
I don't know.
Like that team has to release this other RPG that's, like, based in space before Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Oh. Well, we haven't seen anything about that.
I think they announced it, but I don't think we've seen any gameplay or anything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Well, that's pretty much everything for Bethesda, and then that wraps up Sunday, June 9th. Now, moving on to Monday, June 10th, we have Ubisoft and Square Enix. We'll start with Ubisoft. The game that I'm pretty excited about, I haven't seen any footage. I don't think it's really just a rumor, and that it's the new Assassin's Creed game, but it's taking place in Viking times. And I'm pumped about that because I just finished God of War, and I'm down for some more Norse stuff. So have you guys heard anything else about Assassin's Creed Vikings other than that it is going to be the next thing, the next locale?
That sounds familiar. Like, I heard something about it was going to be Vikings.
What Ubisoft game just came out? Does anybody know? There's one that just came out, and there was, like, a tease for Assassin's Creed Vikings.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't remember what it was. But, yeah, I think they teased it, and this is a rumor that I think came from a leak from one of the QA testers or something. But the Norse mythology, I love everything about it right now. Like,
yeah.
God of War was amazing.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok, like the Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. I'm
just
down.
Give me Thor in every single capacity. I want to see more Odin, more Freya. Bring it on.
More Loki.
Bring it on, baby.
Baldur, you know.
man. Oh god. Moving on. I want to see a Rayman game. We had Rayman Origins and Legends. We had a Legends port to the Switch. We have Jungle Run on mobile. But I want a full-fledged console Rayman platformer. Those were the best platforming games of last generation, not including Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
I would have to agree.
I am like kind of meh about Rayman.
I could never get into it myself.
There's a whole the special levels that were the music levels.
Oh yeah,
they're probably my favorite platforming levels I've ever played in a 2D platformer.
Fun, so creative, so just beautiful. Everything, music, art, everything about those games, and now they're just like
they're done.
They're done for some reason.
Do you remember Legends was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive game?
Yeah. I was super excited for it, and it got delayed like a whole year, and then it like wasn't exclusive anymore, and then I just stopped caring. They
delayed it, and they had like this. It was like a demo through the release where you had to like compete online. I don't know. It was weird. But
I don't know if any of you heard about this, but when the Wii U was coming out, they did these like special launch events like throughout the country, and I actually got to go to one. Ooh. And it was like I played like Rayman Origins like a year and a half before it came out.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. But I was like, this is a cool game. And then like I don't know. I think I played it like after it came out, and I'm like, well, this didn't like live up to my expectations, so just like I don't really care.
All right. Well, I still hope that they make a third one that's not just a mobile game. They're really great art, great music, and the platforming it's the perfect platforming game.
Yeah.
I say that being the biggest Donkey Kong fan in the world. Okay, so we also were like, maybe Mario and Rabbids content? Do we think maybe we'll see another sequel, more DLC? Speaking of Donkey Kong, sorry, that was my segue. I just didn't say it. Because Did
you play the Donkey Kong DLC?
I didn't play the Donkey Kong DLC. It's only $15 though. I might pick it up. Do you think we'll see more Rabbids content? Do you think they're done?
No, do you think I could maybe see like using a different Nintendo IP, with like some Ubisoft like Rabbids. Doesn't have to be Mario per se.
In
Zelda plus Rabbids
in the same context, but like a different style of game. Like, how do you mean?
I don't like. Why can't they just make like a Donkey Kong and Rabbids? Like,
or like, would it be
maybe they were hinting at it.
Would it be like a shooter, or would it be like a different style of game? That's what I was asking.
Could be either.
All right.
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't think we're ready for a sequel yet. Like, I feel like the demand isn't really there.
It
sold like 3 million units.
Yeah, but it was like a borderline launch title.
Yeah, because it was like there wasn't much to play on Switch yet, so just people bought it.
Dude, everything sells well on Switch. Like, it doesn't matter. It has Mario in the title. It's gonna sell well.
What are they gonna call it? Mario Rabbids 2?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that sell well, Just Dance 2020. It's not announced, but it will be because they make a new one every year. Camilla, what were you saying before we started recording?
Oh, I was like, it's going to be released on the Wii because Just Dance 2019 was on the Wii.
So that's my question. Is it going to be on the Wii? Because if it is, I'll buy it on Wii. I'll buy it on Wii, and then we'll do a giveaway, and somebody can have it. Just kidding. They cracked
still come out for the Wii U, too.
That's crazy. Because no one owns that system.
Just Dance 2019 was on the Wii?
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that nuts?
Was it released like 6 years
copies
before 2019?
No, it was released
simultaneously. Like this is like the only series that like still makes games for the Wii.
People must still buy it on the Wii because they want to.
Yeah, you know how many Wiis are like in retirement homes?
That's true. I don't know that figure, but
let's look it up.
No. Okay, so two things I'm excited about. One is announced and one is a rumor. Ghost Recon, the new game, is announced. And then they showed Sam Fisher isn't there like a Sam Fisher mission in it? Are you guys?
Oh, I don't know. The creators of Splinter Cell, like,
oh, they did that tweet. The tweet, yeah. There was like a leak. Do you want to go ahead and explain that, John?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're
out
I
to
don't know, out
drinks
at
or
a
something.
bar or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. They said, "Oh, we're working on the next Splinter Cell."
yeah, and then
And Ubisoft's like, no,
they're not. No, they're not. And then the tweets instantly got deleted, and they were like, "Haha, we were kidding." But I don't think they were kidding, and I don't think anybody else here thinks they were kidding either.
Well, there's a rumor of 3 AAA games being released within the next year for Ubisoft, and Ghost Recon is one of them. I'm assuming Splinter Cell would be the other one, and then maybe Watch Dogs 3 or even the Assassin's Creed
totally
Vikings.
forgot about Watch Dogs. That's a big franchise for them. I've never played them though. They don't interest me.
Me either.
I played like the beginning of like the first one, but I didn't get very far.
The second one looked pretty cool. It looked like they had more fun with it than the first one.
The first one also kind of had that like launch problem, where I feel like it was kind of broken at launch, and then they fixed it.
No, yeah, because it was like it wasn't a cross-gen. Like, didn't it come out on 360?
Yeah, it came out like PS3, Xbox 360, and then I think they ported it later. Or wait, it might have come out like 2013, so they put it on both. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much it.
I actually, the little that I played it on the Wii U.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
hilarious.
it came to Wii U, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Ubisoft was supporting Wii U.
Yeah, at the
like
beginning.
crazy.
They really did.
They're
They
They
did.
had Assassin's Creed. I think they had
I
2
have
Assassin's Creeds
Creed 3
on there.
on the Wii U. I have Assassin's Creed 4 on the Wii U.
Nice. Well, that's pretty much everything that we think we will see at E3. I'm hoping for some surprises. I'd love to see that Assassin's Creed game. Oh, man. Can't wait. Let's jump into Square Enix. Now, Square Enix doesn't have a whole lot to announce. We've got the Final Fantasy VII Remake. We got a trailer for that during the State of Play. Some Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC was announced. We also have this Avengers project that has been just really silent. Really, we know nothing about it other than that it is a video game about the Avengers. Not to be confused with the Marvel Ultimate Alliance game that's coming out on the Switch pretty soon. We've also got Dragon Quest XI being ported to the Switch, a significantly downgraded version to the Switch. And that's it for the announcements. Do any of those 4 pop out to you guys? Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC? Cool Trainer Camillo?
So, it was like at the end of April, during one of the like orchestra concerts, they like made an announcement about the DLC. They said we're getting this thing called the Remind scenario, which is going to explain some of the events that happened at the end that didn't really get explained at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. We're getting a limit episode. Some people are thinking it has something to do with Cloud. I'm not really sure. And then a secret episode, and each of those will have like secret bosses and more scenes.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was actually lacking, like, there's one like secret boss, so it's definitely lacking those. I'm glad we're getting those.
Okay.
And there's gonna be like a Keyblade involved, like a new Keyblade.
Ooh. If you pre-order,
so yeah,
will you
I'm
get an
hyped.
extra Keyblade?
You get, if you pre-ordered it 2 different ways, you get Keyblades, but now they actually just released them, like you can buy them for like $3 or something.
Great.
So I have the Amazon Keyblade. Now it's just like you just buy it for $3.
Does it just have like the weird Amazon smile thing on it?
No, it's just like it's the regular Kingdom Key, but it's like green and orange, and it like has like boosted fire power.
Cool.
Yeah. But I'm freaking hyped. And then Final Fantasy VII Remake, very hyped. That looks so good.
When do you guys think we'll get the first episode?
2020? Early 20 or
Christmas 2019?
People would lose their minds if this is one of the. It's out right now.
I don't. Yeah, right.
yeah, no. I could see like early 2020, maybe Christmas this year.
My call is Christmas 2019, only because I want to say something controversial.
It's weird that the controversial is that it's coming out earlier.
I'm excited, not so much for... I'll get the Final Fantasy remake, of course. Still working my way through the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I'm skipping over whatever is chronologically second. I'm going to move on to Kingdom Hearts 2 and then beat Kingdom Hearts 3. all of these side story nonsense things are not for me. I will watch a video on YouTube to figure out what I missed.
Then if you say the story's bad because you only played 1, 2, and 3, you have no right to say anything.
But bro,
That doesn't make sense. Like, you shouldn't have to play the spin-offs to get the main story.
It's not spin-offs. They're all in the same continuity.
but then why
can't video games do the same thing that TV shows and movies do? Why does it have to be different? TV shows and movies, you have to, for certain TV shows and movies, you have to watch all the movies or all the episodes to like know what's actually happening.
Sure,
but they're not.
So you're saying that it's like the Kingdom Hearts cinematic universe, and that to understand, you can't just watch Avengers 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to watch all 22 movies to fully enjoy.
Like there are games that are more important than others, but there is at least one thing in each game that's important for the whole series.
But if I was to just watch,
you can watch the cutscenes, yeah, but like if you don't watch the cutscenes and just play the games, like don't say the story's bad because that's on you.
Okay.
I feel like you still could do it.
Maybe
the story actually is bad.
I'm gonna choose to pick my battles and have this not be one of them. But speaking of Avengers, we brought it up as one of the Avengers, one of the games that is announced, and we'll probably see more of. What type of game could this be? What do you guys think? Like maybe like an Arkham style game with different Avengers where you're in a city and you're, I don't know, stopping crime? What kind of game do you think this could be?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type game.
Yeah.
But that's already coming out.
Right.
Like, how do you have that? How do you have a full cast of Avengers
plus X-Men?
Unless it's plus X-Men. Like, is it going to be an RPG since it's made by Square?
Maybe. Like, what do they? Well, we can think about it this way. Like, what do they make now, or have they made in the past that would like the Avengers would like fit? Like, what type of game is that? Square Enix is like the RPG company.
Yeah,
it's like it's Avengers the JRPG. Like, how would that work? Is that what it is?
That sounds fun, actually. I'll take it.
That'd be very weird, or like kind of like an Americanized RPG from Square Enix starring the Avengers. Maybe that's how they like reach more of an American audience. Possibly, I don't know. It could be like.
It's also weird to think like upgrading superheroes would be weird. Like leveling up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you could upgrade the like different Iron Man suits or Spider-Man, like you do it in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He gets more gadgets and stuff, right?
Yeah, tons.
Yeah, techniques too.
You could figure it out. Yeah, like attacks that like they didn't know before. It doesn't really matter. It's all pretend. It's comic book business. But it'd be cool to see things like they do in the Alliance games where like they can play off of each other, like shooting Thor's lightning at Cap's shield and then doing like an AoE attack with that, but in an RPG setting, you know, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe it's in an RPG. I don't know. And then we have Dragon Quest XI. It's a downgraded port from the PS4 version. Dragon Quest XI is supposed to be a very, very good JRPG. I have not played it. I've heard amazing things about it. If I didn't have a backlog the size of a Buick, I would maybe buy it. But I think that would have to be something that I would get on super sale sometime. Do you guys play the Dragon Quest games? Are you interested in playing Dragon Quest at all?
I have not played any of them.
No, I've never played them.
All right, moving on. And then we had two things on our wish list. Bravely Default 3, maybe they'll move that franchise over to the Switch. It was wildly successful on the 3DS, so that would be interesting to see. And maybe a sequel to Octopath. I heard that being tossed around the rumor mill, so maybe we'll see.
They just announced that it's coming to PC.
Did they?
Oh, yeah, I did hear that, yeah.
How dare.
I know, exclusivity.
That is a Switch exclusive. That is a Nintendo exclusive. And speaking of Nintendo, They are going to have their conference on Tuesday, June 11th, and we're going to talk about that right now. So the game that everyone's obsessed with is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So why don't we start with that? The Nintendo conference, I think we will see a Smash character reveal. And some characters that I think we'll see, or I would like to see, are Banjo-Kazooie, Kratos, Rayman from... I want the side-scrolling Rayman, not the 3D Rayman. Do you guys have any predictions? I know we've talked about this probably before, but what do you think you'd like to see?
I think it's gonna be Banjo.
You think it's gonna be Banjo?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Steve.
I really don't want Steve.
Steve is
That'd be a waste of a character.
Yeah, he's like not as interesting as Banjo. But
imagine how nuts people would go with Waluigi.
That would be crazy.
It won't be Waluigi though.
No, it won't be.
Because they said that it's nobody.
No repeated.
Only game.
No series.
Only characters from games that have never been in Smash Bros.
Yeah. So the thing with the Banjo versus Steve argument is that Minecraft is more relevant now. Like Banjo-Kazooie is very retro, and people our age love Banjo-Kazooie.
But we've had retro characters like Simon and Richter Belmont.
Yeah, but they're not selling those separately.
Yeah.
What about like Hat Girl from A Hat in Time or Cuphead?
I don't know if we'll see any indie characters.
Yeah, indie characters.
How many
I can see
people do you
Cuphead.
think are buying these characters individually? I feel like the majority of people who are buying the characters just buying the pass anyway.
I don't think so. I don't know if it's I can't agree or disagree with it's a majority of, but I would say a large chunk of people buy them individually, and they're like, I don't like Joker. I'm not buying Joker. And then they don't care that they could save the money and have them all, and they probably will just maybe buy the 3 that they like, and they'd still save money because they're not spending that extra $12. So, I don't know.
I bet that this is going to be a reveal and release.
Oh, yeah? It could be?
Yeah. Because I think when they did the DLC for Smash 4, they released stuff on E3. I think they released Roy the day E3
Nice.
came out.
So that'd be very exciting.
And it's been like 2 months, so.
I can't wait for you to
they gotta
be
pump
able...
these out because they said the last one's gonna come out in February 2020.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for the Nintendo system to just break. Remember we trying to get
God.
Joker was impossible.
Nintendo, send me an email when you're gonna be able to go live because
I'm not gonna hit there and sit refresh.
Yeah, I was sitting there for like 3 hours trying to get Joker.
Sit there and hit refresh. We also had Sora as somebody that we want, Master Chief, Crash, Spyro, and I'm assuming not Goku was written by John, because John usually writes all the troll notes.
No, it's not a troll note. It's an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sakurai did an interview recently saying that he can't see Iron Man or Goku in Smash Brothers. So,
Right.
I would like to see Goku in there. That'd be cool.
It'd be sweet, but he's too strong. He's the strongest man in the world. The next game I want to talk about that will definitely 100% without a doubt see footage from, get a release date for. It's going to be,
this is going to be heavily,
like the
heavily,
game. Heavily featured. Animal Crossing.
Fire Emblem? Jeez.
Animal Crossing. Maybe we'll get to meet some new townsfolk. We'll see a lot of new gameplay elements. I think they'll walk us through and introduce us to new gameplay elements. Because I think what's going to happen is between the release of Animal Crossing New Leaf and today, games like Stardew Valley have existed and became very popular. And, Minecraft. And what's that other side-scrolling Minecraft game? Terraria. And I think that there's going to be some sort of element of exploration or farming.
Yeah, farming would be cool.
Because I think that if you put side by side New Leaf and Stardew, there's like more different stuff to do in Stardew. They're kind of hard to compare, but like I think that Animal Crossing is a little bit more simplified in the things that you can do, and Stardew is a little bit more complex. And I think if they want to expand their audience out to potentially an older audience, that they need to add these extra layers of things to do. Otherwise, you're just running around being like, "Oh, can you deliver this bug to Ralph? And I'll give you 20 bells towards your $10 billion mortgage." Yeah.
There's definitely gonna be like some sort of new aspect that's gonna be like the central feature. Because like New Leaf, the central thing was like you're the mayor, and then the Wii one was like, oh, there's the city, and you can go to the city, and like there are more shops, and you can like, I don't know, upgrade stores and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what they could do though. I mean,
what would be
Merry
like,
villagers?
do we think we're gonna get like these like massive towns now,
or you could be like Animal Crossing, like Pilgrimage or something, where you start the town from scratch maybe, and you have to do almost like a survival aspect. And
I think that's a little too dark.
The better,
you could die.
The better your town is, and like the more like food
what about
you have.
because like Stardew does this, like you can have like I don't know how it works really. It's like an online town, and you can like do a town. Like I know you can like visit like in New Leaf, like you can visit someone's town and like help them out, but like you can't like both live in the same town kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know if there'll be some more like cooler online elements. Also, I hate because now it's also gonna be on the Switch now, because the 3DS online playing New Leaf, it's like so archaic. Because like so people have to like okay, if I'm playing with 3 people. And then, okay, let's say I'm playing with viewers, and I'm like, okay, it's like your turn's up. I want to play with somebody else. I have to like kick like everybody out if like they just won't leave. So, and it takes like forever to load and load and load. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for some like better online.
Well,
from experience,
Nintendo is not
going to change what they do.
Yeah, they're
no, it's not more. It's more of like the platform it's on, because the same with like when we were going from like Pokemon from 3DS to Switch, like the 3DS is just like it can't like keep up, and like the processing is slow, and it's just like lots of loading screens. So even if like they don't really change the rules, I'm like excited for like less loading screens and stuff like that.
Cool.
I can't wait to see it in HD. That's the most exciting part.
You can see it in HD on your phone.
Yeah, and you play Animal Crossing Amiibo
kind
Festival
of.
too.
The greatest Animal Crossing game of all time.
I want more chores
you know what?
to do.
Actually, what if this is a good prediction, if they combined Happy Home Designer with Animal Crossing New Leaf, so you could also have like a side hustle of being a
like that's your job.
Yeah, you could be a Happy Home Designer. I really hope that they implement that, like dragging.
I think they
and
said
dropping.
like that's the way, like going forward, like when you're in your house and rearranging your stuff, you don't have to like pull and push. You can just do the stuff you did in Happy Home Designer.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that was the best thing about Happy Home Designer.
Otherwise,
just that drop.
That game loses steam fast. I feel like you can only. You're like, oh, this guy likes books. Okay, well, I'm gonna put a bunch of books in here.
Yeah.
Hey, good job. All right. You know, this person really likes oranges. All right, so I'll pick all the items that have oranges on them. Good job. Anyways,
like I want a rustic home, and then you put like a fireplace and some like wood cabin logs and the
bunch
walls.
of spaceships.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are our thoughts on Animal Crossing. Anybody else have any final thoughts on Animal Crossing?
I'm just excited.
I'm also excited. It'll be fun. I can't wait to play it. Pokemon Sword and Shield, guys. It's announced. Are we gonna get a release date?
November.
We'll get a release
whatever
date.
the weekend
when,
before Black Friday is.
Sun and Moon got their like announcement. Well, not announcement. When they got like the first like information dump in May. We got a release date.
Will we see new Pokemon, new forms?
I think we'll see the legendaries, and
yes,
maybe some new Pokemon.
Like whatever the regional bird.
Whatever the mascot is, for both of them.
Okay, very cool.
I think there'd be wolves, because that's what the little logo is on the top of the shield and sword.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I just want to see more gameplay and stuff. Yeah, they're definitely gonna show us more Pokemon, or like just like what's like the regional bird and what's the regional like normal type.
Yeah. Where's my Rattata?
I did they announce the Alolan
forms?
forms at E3? I think they did.
Ooh.
So I think I want to get Galarian forms.
Galarian forms of Johto Pokes.
Johto Pokes. Like I want a Galarian like Hoot Hoot or something like that. That'd be cool.
Woot woot. Nice. That'll be fun. I feel like there's a lot of things that we could speculate on, but really, we've talked about that to death anyways in another podcast, so let's move on. Where is Cadence of Hyrule? What's wrong with it, John?
Well, they announced it for spring.
Yeah.
And spring's almost over.
Early June is still spring, I guess.
Yeah. You got a couple
I don't know.
weeks.
I was playing Crypt of the Necrodancer, and I just want that with Zelda skin. Like, I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting Crypt of the Necrodancer, but I was like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I had the exact same thought.
People are gonna play Cadence of Hyrule and be like, "What the heck is this?"
I know. They're gonna be like, this is not a Zelda game."
Yeah, why did you sell me this, Nintendo?
Exactly. Okay. Something we will definitely see. Link's Awakening. We're gonna get a release date for that as well. My prediction: holiday.
I think it's gonna be like December, like around the same
December,
date that like
man.
Smash came out, like December 7th. Something like that.
I agree with you. I don't know why they would show us more footage. It's just a remake of a game, so maybe
They got to sell people on it.
Do you think they'll have a playable demo of like the first dungeon or something?
Yeah, I think it'll be playable.
Yeah,
something like that.
I really hope that first cutscene we saw, I hope it's not just like that's the opening cutscene. I hope there are like more cutscenes of the game like that.
Were there more? There's a cutscene at the end, and then
possibly.
there's like there's not cutscenes, but there's definitely big animations every time you get a musical instrument.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't think they'll do a cutscene for that. Actually.
Maybe just the beginning and the end then.
Yeah. I want that game. Oh gosh, so badly do I want that game. I want them to sell me a special edition for $150. Gosh,
I'm sure they will.
Just give it.
Yeah, A Link Between Worlds came with the special edition 3DS.
Ooh, I think a special edition Switch would be a little bit out of my price range, but it'd be cool if they had a special edition game.
How about just a skin pack
for the Switch? That'd be cool.
Yeah, like skin pack for your dock, for your Joy-Cons.
Mm-hmm.
Special cover, carrying case.
Now, why would Nintendo do that when they want to sell you?
When they could sell you a whole brand new one?
Yeah.
That makes sense
Also, why haven't we got new Joy-Con colors in like forever? I feel like
we just aren't getting them.
People probably aren't buying them.
I don't know. Like that was like I really enjoyed that. Like when the Switch first came out, and there were like a few like new ones. It just kind of
I want special edition. Like I want, like a special edition Pro Controller. They haven't released like any of those since Splatoon.
No, Smash got one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe we'll get some new Donkey Kong Joy-Cons when they release the sequel to Tropical Freeze that I want, which will not be at E3, but I want it.
Hey, you don't know because Retro has not shown the game that they were working on for like 4 years.
Maybe it's Donkey Kong 6. So yeah, Link's Awakening, excited. We're all excited for that. Fire Emblem, I'm very excited for. They'll probably show more footage of that. But I feel like they've already showed a ton of it.
Yeah, we're getting really close to release too.
So like, I don't know.
Probably a new trailer.
Yeah, I don't know how much new stuff we'll see. Super Mario Maker 2, though, guys, that is going to be, I think, the big cheese.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's going to take over everything.
I think Animal Crossing is going to be big, but I think really the big
Do you think
seller...
that's going to be their featured game?
Yeah, it's out in 2 weeks. They gotta...
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but that's like not... It's... I don't know, like, it's
They're
not
gonna
like
be
something...
hyping it up
like,
like
people
crazy.
already hype for it. Like, it's not going to be... Like, once the game comes out, it's like, when you think back to E3, what was cool at E3? Super Mario Maker. Oh, that's already out. So it's like...
Maybe. I mean, maybe...
What was cool at last E3?
Smash,
Brothers.
but that was like December, so you had like half the year to get hyped for it.
I think they're definitely going to talk about Super Mario Maker 2 because
they
it's
will,
coming out. And
but since
2 or
they
3
already
weeks.
did a whole direct for it, I don't think it'll be a massive thing at E3.
Well, they have the tournament.
Yeah, they have that
They're
too.
doing that
going on.
tournament.
Well, there's something that we definitely won't see, and that's Metroid Prime 4. Rip. Moving on. Bayonetta 3.
Well, what if they might announce like a port of
Prime Trilogy.
Ooh,
Prime
yeah, that was
Trilogy?
right. Actually, yeah, that was something that I had. that I
or
wanted to
Samus
mention.
Returns.
They're not going
They're
to.
not porting Samus Returns.
There's
They
a lot
cannot,
of
They
like-
might.
There's a lot of touch.
They're
screen in
not. Yeah.
that. And
They should.
also it, like they'd have to rebuild it because it would look like crap. Like the characters are 10 polygons. Metroid Prime Trilogy HD would be sick. Please give me that. It would be
It'll probably just be. It wouldn't be HD. It'll just be Metroid Prime Trilogy.
no HD. It has to be HD. They gave us the Zelda games in HD. Give me Metroid in HD. And only like 12 people in America will buy it, and that's why Metroid.
And then they'll be like, "This is why we don't
Yeah.
sell more Metroid.
Exactly.
Make more Metroid games."
Exactly. Bayonetta 3 has been announced, and it's been sort of in this announced like limbo. Where is
Yeah.
it? Are we gonna see it? Will we get more news? A release date? Are you guys excited for Bayonetta 3?
I am. I played it on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't actually finish it, but yeah, I think it'll be cool. I didn't pick it up on Switch because like I already have it. I don't feel like buying it again.
Yeah, exactly. I have the double disc or whatever on
Yeah.
Wii U, and I've got some enjoyment out of it. I think it's a pretty good action game. Feels a lot like the Devil May Cry games. I'm really into that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm sure they'll give some new news.
They'll probably talk about Astral Chain more.
Oh yeah, that was
comes out in
in
August.
one of the previous directs. That was kind of like, here's a new IP.
Yeah, here's something from
It was
Platinum.
Platinum, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
also got Mario Kart Tour.
I
Which
feel like
is,
that's they'll definitely talk about that because that was just the beta and stuff.
I think
Yeah, it'll probably be there. It's out now
Yeah.
on iOS and Android because the beta is on Android only right now.
Oh, it is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then on here on our list it says new Mario Kart / Nintendo Racer. So you think whose idea was this?
I put that on there.
So you think we'll see like a Mario Kart 9 or what? Like Super.
I think. Do you mean
Yeah,
like
like
a
a Smash
Nintendo
Kart?
race? Like where
Yeah,
it's
like a
all the
Nintendo Racer.
franchises?
Because
Super
we've been playing
Racer.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or we've been playing Mario Kart 8 for like 4 years.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a new one.
Have
Like,
we ever gotten more than one Mario Kart on one console?
Well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Mario Kart. It could be, Smash Kart, or it could be like that Star
Smash
Fox
Kart
Grand
doesn't-
Prix, or F-Zero.
F-Zero is dead.
You know something I'd like to see from the Mario Kart franchise is like in the next one, have a way to play all of the previous iterations styles. Like the old classic Super Nintendo style and all the way up.
That's
I
a
think that'd
little
be
bit,
really cool.
a little bit of Mario Maker mixed in there, where you can choose your style.
Perhaps maybe a
Mario
maybe
Kart Maker.
Ooh, Mario Kart Maker. That would be really cool.
Hey.
And then you get
your
really
own,
mad at people for
kart.
making terrible courses.
Well, yeah,
That'd be super funny.
it wouldn't be
Well,
any
like, all
different than Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play the old styles of Mario Kart because they're not good. Like Mario Kart 8 is the
Yeah,
the
Super Mario
top
Kart's
tier.
really hard to play.
Double.
Imagine
Dash is good.
imagine remaking it so that the style is there, but you have it in full 60 frames per second. You've got good controls, and I think they could do a good job.
Yeah, but some of the controls in the older games like define those games. Like the drifting is like super different in like Super Mario Kart,
Mhm.
and
Perhaps.
picking up the items and the coins and
Well, I mean,
the
it's
spinning
just
out.
It's
Yeah,
an idea.
It is.
I'd see it. I'd play it. Another
I
idea.
just want a new racer. I just want a new racer. from Nintendo.
Well, just by Crash Team Racing, the remake.
That's what made me think of this. Like Sonic just had a new racing game.
Oh
and
yeah,
then Crash has a new racing game.
I
I'm
don't,
like, come on.
dude. Why did they take out the flying and the boats in the Sonic racing game? Sonic Team,
I don't know.
like the Sonic Racing All-Star Transformed game is awesome, and you could fly, and you can be in a boat, and you can drive. And then Mario Kart 7 comes out, and you can paraglide, you can go underwater, and I'm like, hey, look at this! Somebody's borrowing from somebody. And then now all of a sudden, Sonic's back just with a kart racer again.
With the car.
So I don't know. It kind of bummed me out. Had that been like the All-Star Racing Transformed, I actually probably would have picked it up, but I already have Mario Kart. I'm good. Another game that we want on our wish list is Pikmin 4. Pikmin 3 came out so long ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
That's a long time. It was a greatest hit or whatever, like the
Nintendo Select.
It was a Nintendo Select on the Wii U.
It's probably my favorite of the Pikmins because like Pikmin 1 and 2, Pikmin 3 just looks so good. It's like really pretty.
They are very pretty games. Even on the GameCube, they're great. So is there anything from the Pikmin games that aren't in Pikmin that you've wanted to see in Pikmin? Something you want to see added in Pikmin 4? Camilla?
I mean, I feel like we'll definitely get like a new type of Pikmin because they always add a new type.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe because 1 and 2 were about Olimar, and then 3 was about this like these new race of people. Yeah, the team. Mm-hmm. And then they're like they like come into contact with Olimar and stuff. I don't know, maybe if like if it goes back to Olimar, it's a 6-year-old game. I don't, maybe like a green Pikmin. I really don't know. Like, I just want more Pikmin.
You just want one. You just want one that you can use with the point and touch control, like the point.
Maybe like they have like these like plant powers or something. I don't know. Like they could help heal things.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of healing things, healing the hole in my heart that has been created for my desire. This is just the strangest segue that I've ever done. For new Breath of the Wild content. Man, Champion's Ballad was amazing, and I loved it. But you know what? That game's done and over with. But the engine still exists, and I want to see them do what they did to, like,
Majora's
Ocarina
Mask.
of Time, Majora's Mask. I want to see Breath
Super
of the
Mario Galaxy
Wild.
to Galaxy 2.
Yeah, exactly. But I would actually say that Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 are very similar.
They're
Like
the same engine, is the point.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is take the engine and do what Majora's Mask did and kind of like turn it on its ear a little bit and add a game.
What if they just like changed it to like they built a new Hyrule and it's like, I don't know, like Breath of the Kingdom or something, like it's like not wild anymore.
I would love, like for Breath of the Wild 2 with the same engine, I would very much love to see things have been rebuilt. That would be amazing. Explore a castle that's not just shambles and a few rooms are accessible. Oh my gosh. Yo, give it to me now.
How far
Take
into the
my
future
money.
would we have to go to like have new temples and all the? Because I am saying that this should be temple based, like all the other games.
I think what they're gonna do forward, all the console or like, I mean, I guess it's just the Switch now. Like anything that's like in the 3D Zelda style is gonna be like Breath of the Wild. Like no more temples. All the 2D games going forward are gonna be temple based.
So our top down games.
Yeah, top down.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I want temples, and I want to have it be like Link Between Worlds, where I can go to what's his name, Ravi.
Yeah, Ravio,
and just rent something and then go do whatever temple I want. Like, that's what I want.
I mean, there's still temples. The divine beasts.
I don't know.
I like the divine beasts.
That's a conversation for a later time. I'm not saying that I don't like the divine beasts. I'm saying I love the divine beasts. I'm just saying, don't you dare.
Did you not like the shrines?
Don't you dare call the temples or the shrine.
They kind of like broke it up more, so like you could do more of the temples like spread out.
Which makes it good for mobile. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of sequels to extremely popular Nintendo Switch games, Super Mario Odyssey 2?
Oh, I hope so.
Let's throw it over to Dan. What do you think about Super Mario Odyssey 2? What do you want to see? Do you think
I would personally love to see more kingdoms and more captures. And, an ability to choose the homing priority for Cappy. When you throw Cappy, and he's got an option of capturing the enemy that's about to hit you and kill you, or going for a coin, and then you die, it should never be the coin. Go for the enemy. But yeah, there are so many enemies that you could add. You could add as captures. There's like lots of different things you can do with this. So many kingdom potentials. There are so many different directions they could go with this. It's like the idea from Super Mario Odyssey is very much not gone, not used up, not dead.
Yeah.
Lots of potential still.
Pretty cool.
I thought the reason they made Galaxy 2 was because they couldn't really do DLC. So why are they ruling out DLC?
I mean, part of it I think might be like you have an engine, yes, but if you want to do more advanced things, like if you want to change and tweak the dynamics of things even a little, you can't really easily make a DLC pack that tacks onto the game and changes the dynamics of how some of the physics work to some extent. So I can see them definitely tweaking things far enough so that they can't just easily put it into the first game.
Do you think they will, though?
I think it's likely that there's going to be a Super Mario Odyssey 2. And it's very, very unlikely that they're ever going to release any more major DLC for Odyssey 1.
What about all the leaks and the what's the kingdom from Sunshine?
Balloon World.
Leaks schmeeks. There is never going to be Delfino Plaza in Super Mario.
Plaza. It's on the map. It's on the
Odyssey
world map. 1
is not going to be an Odyssey 1.
I think that's more of an Easter egg.
It's not going to be DLC. It's very much more likely to be in Odyssey 2 if they're going to go that route, which they might. I mean, they could even keep the globe as it is and hop to the different pieces, you know, like Delfino Plaza and other things. That's not outside of the realm.
Gotcha.
What I really want is like a Sunshine HD or like Galaxy HD. Like I feel like we're overdue.
Or even just Mario 64 baseline for the Switch.
Just Mario 64? Just port it?
I feel like we'll get it eventually once they like get past like the SNES and
port it with good controls.
Yeah, Mario 64 is bad, and you all have nostalgia goggles on.
I agree with you, Phil. I think it's a bad game.
Yeah, it's not the greatest,
a bad game. The controls are a little wanky, but I think I like it. It's a nice game.
They upgraded it for DS, and that had better graphics, better controls. I'm doing air quotes since you guys can't see me at the moment.
I'll see it.
It actually had it's lower resolution,
same,
but
though.
like the models were like better.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. I mean, I'm all for doing an HD remake as well, but give just a straight port also. Because I want a way to play that game on the go for real. Yeah.
I feel like that was a segue.
It's a segue to the Virtual Console, which will not exist on on Switch. It's been confirmed. It's not happening. It will never happen. Stop bringing it up. Stop writing it in the notes. We're not getting.
Can we like move on from just getting NES games? Can we move on to SNES, please?
Yeah, I feel like they need to update their library.
Stinking GameCube. Come on.
I know. Give us GameCube. GameCube has been like in purgatory for too long.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. So give us. I mean, we're getting Luigi's Mansion 3, so we're getting things from that era. So maybe we'll get some hype for more GameCube stuff. And then the last thing we want to talk about for Nintendo was info on a potential new Switch model. It's rumored, but likely not happening at E3.
I could see them like randomly dropping this like after E3 has happened, maybe like a month afterwards. But yeah, if they said no, I don't think they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, I don't understand all the rumors. Like, Nintendo specifically comes out and says, we're not working, nor do we have any plans on making any revisions to the hardware in any way, shape, or form. The next day, news outlets, I'm doing air quotes again, news outlets are saying, oh my gosh, is Nintendo making new Switch consoles? It's like, no, they just said they're not.
But that's
but
what
people
they
have run
you
with
to
it.
Yeah,
they probably are making new models. Why would they not?
It's misinformation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people have brought up, Nintendo likes to lie and then do what they said they're not doing.
But they didn't say they're not working on anything. They just said they don't have anything to show at E3.
No, they have specifically said, at least in like the direct quotes that I saw, we are not working, nor do we have any plans on any hardware revisions for the Switch. At least that I saw. I mean, I could be wrong.
I saw that they just said that they're not going to show any hardware at E3.
Yeah, I saw that too.
They're working on new models.
Like, there's got to be a Switch Mini or Lite before Pokemon comes out. They would be so stupid.
It would be
not
nice.
To do that.
It would be nice, but I thought they said they weren't. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They're working on some type of hardware. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're just sitting on their thumbs doing nothing.
Right.
Could be.
But it might not be a new Switch model. It could be a new console, new handheld console
successor
altogether or something. But yeah, they're not just sitting there.
The 4DS.
Biding their time.
They definitely need something at that price point. Because like once the 3DS is gone, like it's just the $300 Switch. That's it.
Yeah. They got to figure something out. All right, moving on from one amazing video game company that has produced hit after hit to a company that's terrible.
Sony?
No.
Sorry.
That's EA. And EA is broken up into a bunch of different streams, I guess, that you can tune into whenever. But this is also going to be on Tuesday, June 11th. They have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And they're going to have all their typical sports games that they announce. And their story modes that they like to push. And some indie games. That's on your wish list, John?
I don't know. They always announce like a game that they're funding, like Unraveled.
That
was last year, I think. And they have, I don't know. They're not made by EA Studios. They just fund it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think Fallen Order is getting like mixed reviews or mixed press. What was the deal with Fallen Order? Do you guys know?
I don't know. I thought people were excited because it's only single player.
Right, but I think that it's like gonna be bad or something. I don't know. It's EA. They're gonna ruin it somehow.
You're not gonna be able to satisfy Star Wars fandom.
No, it's impossible. That's really all we have to say about EA. We didn't have much. We got their sports games and we got Jedi Fallen Order. I'm excited for Jedi Fallen Order to be good. I have zero expectations for EA to put out a product that I want to buy. All right. And the last thing we're going to talk about is Sony. They're not going to be there. They're going to announce things in their own time, I guess, with these state of plays. They're not going to participate in E3. The one thing I think that we'll see is a film reveal or trailer for something from PlayStation Productions. We announced this last week they now have this new movie arm, which is going to be producing movies based on their video games. So I would anticipate seeing a trailer for something like maybe Uncharted or God of War or something of the like. What do you guys think we'll see from Sony in the next month or so? Anything?
I really want to see Last of Us Part 2 stuff.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. They've been really talking about that a lot.
They showed the loading times or something.
Yeah. To which
Like
means they've got some type of build.
Yeah.
That's hot.
That's hot. Them loading times are hot.
I just got a PlayStation 4.
Too late. All right. Well, guys, that's it. It was a lot to talk about, but that is pretty much everything that we had listed for E3, and then the announcements that are being in parallel, in tandem. A lot of content. Is there anything, did we go too fast for you guys? Is there anything that you wish you would have said? Do you want to tack on here at the very end? I will open up the floor. Anybody? Final words.
I want Virtual Console for Switch. I don't care what you say. I want it.
It's not going to
It's not
happen.
happening.
Not happening. It's not happening.
That's why
All
it's
right,
called
guys.
a wish list.
So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to talk about what we're playing. I have been playing God of War on PS4. I just beat it today before the podcast.
So good, man.
It's amazing. If you haven't played it, check it out. John, what have you been playing?
I've been playing. Okay, what? No, drawing a blank. Assassin's Creed 3 on the Switch.
Nice. Camilla, what have you been playing?
The regular Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts. I was playing some Skyrim today just for the heck of it, and
Nice.
had some fun.
Dan, how about yourself?
A little bit of Odyssey practice, and mostly Breath of the Wild 3 Heart 1 Wheel.
Very good. Guys, that's it. That was a mega topic-filled episode. Thank you so much for watching. It was tons of fun to get our predictions out there, and I'm excited for the coming weeks when we get to find out just how wrong we really were. All right, guys, that does it for us here at the Game Pack. We are very thankful for your viewership. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Hit that little bell so that you know every time that we upload or premiere an episode or a new video. And share with a friend, guys, because we're a growing channel and we need your support. All right, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.